Diagwita Karja. Hello, my friends. You're very welcome, and thank you so much for joining me today. Now, recently I put up a makeup video, and quite a few of you asked me if I would do a video on my hair. So I decided that I would come along and do it today. So I have thick, curly hair. I always have had. I think it's a bit lighter now than it was years ago, but it's still fairly thick. I have good hair. Now, for Christmas, I asked my husband to get me this new product. It's the the one I have is the FlexFusion. Now, there is an older version. I think it's called the FlexStyle, but there's also a Shark Glam, which I think is a newer one. And apparently that one is lighter and, what did I say? I have it written down here, slimmer and lighter. But basically what the Shark advertises is that there's no heat damage, which is great. You know, that's absolutely wonderful. And also you can use it on wet and dry hair, which I absolutely love. This particular tool has cut my hair drying time virtually in half. It could take me an hour and a half to get my hair styled from start to finish if I wanted to look nice. Now, I did actually go, at the time, they had, in the Black Friday sales, they had reduced the Dyson, and that was kind of initially what I had thought. It had always been so expensive, and it was fairly good value at the time. So I went in and I looked at it, but I discovered that what I needed for my hair did not come in one package, which was ridiculous. I did extensive research because there was one I really wanted, but I wanted a diffuser and I wanted to be able to straighten my hair. My hair is naturally curly, so I wanted to be able to use a diffuser on it when I didn't want to straighten it. And I also wanted, the ones so that I could have a styled curled version for, occasions and what have you. But for what I needed for my hair with the Dyson, I had to purchase two separate machines because the one I wanted didn't come with a diffuser. And after a lot of research, I discovered I couldn't even purchase the diffuser separately. The one that I could purchase separately only worked with another one of them, which didn't have the big brush for the straightening, which was what I wanted. And I'll tell you why I wanted that particular one now too. Sorry, just had to go and get that there. But for years I've been using this Revlon tool. I can't remember the name of it, but it has this big brush. My daughter bought it for me one year for my birthday, and I have loved this brush. Still works perfectly, but to get my hair straight and shiny but not dead, if I have straighteners, if I straighten it with a straightener, I just find there's no life at all in it, which I don't particularly like. So this you could get a bit of lift and it would straighten it. But it did work very well and I've used it for years. But obviously you're talking about a lot of heat damage then with this. So I kind of like the idea of having something with no heat. So I was using that for straightening it. And I was using this. It's the Babulous. It's that one that sucks it in and it curls it. Absolutely works fabulously. Wouldn't want to use it very often. You can see the smoke coming off of it basically when your hair is drying. So I kind of cautiously use that one for a few years as well. I have them all for years. But basically this FlexFusion is 5-in-1 and it kind of does everything that I need. So you pull this down and it just twists. So you end up with a really light. Obviously with them I needed a hairdryer as well, and the one I had, because my hair is thick, I had a high speed one and it was fairly heavy. So as a lot of you know that have watched me for a while, I've got some dexterity issues and I was finding that very uncomfortable. This is very light. Apparently the newer one is even lighter. Excuse me, I don't know because I haven't used it, but this is lovely. So it just turns into a hairdryer by, you can use it whatever way you like, but that's very convenient. So this particular one comes with so many attachments. You've got the diffuser, and that's a fabulous diffuser. And how is it? You can use it like that, or you can pull it in and, completely put your hair in. So you have the two options. You've got a little attachment that you can put on the top, and these all just click on. You just line up the arrows and, there's little arrows on them there, and you've an arrow on here. So basically, I'll turn it around. You line up the arrows and they all go on that easily, and they all come off that easily as well. So the next thing, you have a straightener, and that just fits on over it. I haven't used that. I don't particularly like my hair when it's done with a straightener. I find it too intense for me because my hair isn't straight. Then you've got these, they're curlers. Now the thing with the Dyson is, the newer ones of the Dyson, which is the one that I wanted, you only need one of these. With this you need two, because one is for doing the right side and one is for doing the left side. It turns the curl in different ways. And it takes a second to take one off and pop it back on. Basically, that's it on. You pop it off. Now you have to hold it at the top because they say about the heat, it does get hot, I find. But you just pop the other one on. The Dyson, you just press the button and it changes the rotation. So if you wanted it for that reason, and that reason, you didn't need a diffuser, then I guess that one is perfect. So this attachment is what I really wanted it for. And this is what I dry my hair with now all the time. Well, I used it in the beginning. I used to use it from wet with this, and it dried it. Just clicking it on there. 1 second. I'm putting it on backwards. You just line it up and it clicks on, and that's it. You've got buttons here, so you can use it, on wet or on dry hair. That's it on wet hair. And that one is on dry. Takes a second to heat up on dry mode. I don't know why, but it does. Will come on eventually. And there you go. That's not too loud either. So this was the attachment really that I wanted, but after using it a few times, I discovered that I can do my hair much faster with the little hair dryer. I just take the wet out of my hair and then come in with this and style it. It's the fastest thing I have ever used on my hair. So if you have thick hair and it takes you a while and you want to straighten it, this is the tool. Definitely. So now this isn't an ad for Shark or for Dyson or anyone. This is just my own personal video, and this is how I feel about these tools. So what I'm going to do is take down my hair, and you'll see how my hair is now. I've got quite a lot of it and it's fairly curly. Now if I dry it with the diffuser, it does, I get big hair. So basically that's it. Excuse me, I'll take off the glasses. Now I've just washed my hair and conditioned it. And what I've been washing and drying my hair in now for a few years is this Moroccan oil shampoo and conditioner. I absolutely love it. It's the smell. The smell is incredible, but I just find as well keeps my hair nice. Now, it's not for the faint at heart price-wise. It is fairly expensive. I only wash my hair once a week, and they're fairly large bottles, so the conditioner and the shampoo lasts me for months and months and months. You know, you don't use very much. One thing I haven't been liking about this is, initially I thought the pump was great. I like anything with a pump. It's easier than opening things. Pump doesn't work great on them. They really need to redo their pumps to something that works easier. I have to open it up like that basically and pour it out. I'll pop, if I can find a link for this, I'll pop it below. I always order it online because I don't seem to be able to get it anywhere locally. But I do also use the Moroccan oil, the heat protector. I just love the smell of it. Now, I do buy this in Peter Mark's hairdressers. They usually have it, but they never seem to have the shampoo and conditioner. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brush my hair. Now, it's just a wet brush that I use. Find it very good for detangling. And if I know they say don't brush your hair when it's wet. If I didn't brush it through, basically, the tools just pull out too much hair. So it needs to be brushed. Now, if I was diffusing it, you know, and I wanted it to be curly, what I would do is I would wash my hair, I brush through the conditioner, I'd rinse it off and I brush it through again, and then I put it up in the turby towel. I wouldn't brush it through again at this stage because it just kind of pulls the curls out, which you don't want. I'm coming in with this Moroccan oil heat protectant spray, and basically I'm going to spray my hair. Now, mainly focusing on the ends. And I'm just going to brush that in. Next, I'm coming in with my FlexFusion, and I'm putting it on the wet mode there. Okay, now there's great, you know, there's, oh God, what word am I looking for? There's good strength in the air that comes out of this. I find it very good. So that's my hair just blow dried basically and left. Now it's probably about 85% dry. It's not bone dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to section it off. So I'm just taking section in the top there. And I'm coming in with these clips and I'm just going to clip it. Going to take another section, middle section, just kind of from the top of my ear. As you can see, there's a lot of hair there. take another one. And I'm left with this back section. Sorry, I just had to take a call there. Take off the glasses again. I was writing something down. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm finished with the tool as this. So I'm just going to straighten it. And that's very easy to do. You know, it's just basically that. So I'm just finding my arrows and I'm going to come in and just click that down. You kind of click and twist it and that's it. It's secured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in half now as well. And I just have a small kind of a clip here. Just going to put that on it just to keep it kind of out of the way. So I'm coming in here and I'm going to brush this section through. Just clip that bit up out of the way. Going to take that chain off. And what I do is I start with the brush side, and these have ceramic plates here. So I kind of lift it through and pull it, twist it around and then pull it through that, and these kind of smooth the hair out. Now basically you can see how smooth that section is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speed it up for the rest of it, because otherwise you'll be bored to tears. So I would love to hear what tools and products you use in your hair, because every day is a learning curve, and although I'm 60 years old, I love to learn new things and easier ways of doing things. And also for anybody reading the comments below, it's nice if people share their recommendations, because people have different types of hair and they find different products useful. So, you know, for somebody that's watching that might have different type of hair than me, you may see a comment left below that could be useful to you, or you know, just to share, I guess, with among ourselves, so that we can all hopefully learn new ways of doing things. So that just leaves me with the top section, which I do a bit different than the rest of it. Now, I never mentioned there's actually another function on this, that you do it hot and then you put it up. There is a cold shot that you can give it so it cools it down. Now I'm going to leave this cool a bit anyway before I get to the top section. I don't really use it. I did when I first got it. I think it's more for if you're curling it, you know, if you're using the curling ones, that you do it with the heat and then you give it a cold blast before you let them off to help them set more. I haven't really used this, only once, for doing the curls. It's this that I use it for, and I just found it, I don't know, I found it awkward. Maybe it's because I wasn't used to it at the time, and I am kind of more used to it now. Maybe I could try it again, but I have just used it on the heat and left it at that. But there's no need, once it straightens it, I don't think it needs to be set with the cool hair anyway, but that's just my personal preference. But anyway, getting back to the top section, I'm just going to put one of the clips in this just to keep it separate. And as you can see, when it straightens, I look like I've only half the amount of hair, and it's great. And it's easy every day to brush it through and everything. Now, with this top section, I bring it forward, because like I said, I don't like it to be kind of just flat into my head. And I'm going to section it again. So I'm taking this section, actually, yeah, 1 second. We'll just put that there for a minute, but I'm going to actually do that one first. And I'm going to just section that one over to the side there, out of the way, taking this one back down, and I'm leaving it forward. Let's take this section out, and I'm going to throw that back. And because I dried it forward, it means it's not going to be poker onto my head. You know, it kind of lifts the roots a bit. Okay, I'm going to take it all down now. Just going to push that back, and let's see, let's give it a brush through. And as you can see, that has really given it a lovely finish. I just love the shine that it gives me, because they say that these ceramic plates give it a shine, and I think that they do. So that's it finished. I'll turn around the back. And I forgot to say as well, it comes with this little bag for just storing it in, or if you wanted to take it away with you on holiday or whatever, it's handy. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Excuse me, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've gotten anything out of this video, I really would love if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So thank you so much for watching. Slán leat, go raibh maith agat.